All right, hello everybody. So welcome back. So today I'm gonna recap a trade I took today on Yes or the SPY contract. Ended up taking SPY calls, I believe, the 423 calls. So let me go quick why I decided to take this trade. So we'll start with the higher time frame analysis. So for the last couple of weeks and days, we've been having a really choppy session. Especially if you look at this price action, we've been staying in this um, almost 15 to 20 point range. No, yeah, it's around 15 to 20 point range for the last couple of days. It's like a week and a half, and then until today, we decided to see a nice um, escape from this low quick bound range because we had a CPI report. I believe it was a little higher than anticipated, so that's why we got this morning push up. It looked like everything was bullish earlier on, and then around around 8 7:35 Pacific time we saw a quick flush, and then so this was the time I decided to take this play on. So I was watching the overnight session. We had a nice demand zone that got created with this nice basing candle, nice rally. So now looking at the intraday price action around 7:35 when the market was selling off, I was waiting for this 4 hour demand zone, and we had a 1 hour demand zone on the bottom too. I was waiting for it to get triggered, and I was gonna see how price action correlated depending on the demand zones. If see buyers are gonna step in. So um, currently I'm using a 1 minute just because this type of action helps. It's better for me to see it on a 1 minute. So on a 1 minute chart, we see a nice sell off. But like what Carmen says, when everybody's bearish, I have to be bullish, and then when everybody's bullish, I have to be bearish. Well, depending on the context. So here, everybody was that the market was gonna sell off. We're gonna see a big sell off, but then we had a 4 hour demand zone and a 1 hour right below it, right? So we at one point we did sell off right into the 4 hour demand zone. We broke through it, and then on the 1 hour, it found support, in which I decided to take this trade. Was around here after we broke this quick um, trend line that we have here on a 1 minute. After we broke it, I waited for a quick pullback, and then on the entry, I got around here around 802. Um, so the reason I decided to take this trade was because if you look at the volume, it had one of the greatest volumes for the whole day. So that's one thing I really like. You see volume coming in, that means buyers are stepping in, they're defending this level. So that gave me more confirmation of why I decided to take this trade. And also I was watching the VIX at the same time, and I saw the VIX was trying to creep up, but then it kind of got this rejection at the 1731 key level. So I knew it had to break this key level for in order the market to continue dropping, and I wasn't anticipating that, so it looked like it was VIX was dropping, so that's why I decided to take this trade after we broke this 1 minute trend line. One thing I did wrong in this trade was that I actually scaled out too soon. Usually I don't watch the 1 minute, and because this is actually my second trade for the whole month of June. Last month there was great setups, but I was sick. I was in bed the whole week, so I didn't take any setups. So this is my second trade for the whole week. So I had the one I sized down because I wasn't feeling confident. So yeah, this trade worked flawlessly. I could have sized up. I would have sized up, but I didn't. Slowly building on my confidence because after a week of not trading, not taking any trades, your mind is still not there. So that's why it's always good to size down whenever you have a time that you don't trade or take any trades because your mental state is not the same. So you know, I got in around 802. Then I was like going back. I usually don't watch the 1 minute. Recently, I've been trying to watch the 1 minute as I've been trying to use supply and demand more like Carmen does. So I was at this point. I was waiting for a quick push. I was targeting the VWAP at one point, but then the premium were moving. A quick drop was hurting the premium, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out when a quick pop on my side goes. So I did. So around 808. So like 6 minutes later, I saw this quick pop, and then we failed to make new highs. Well, make all new highs. I would say higher highs, and then I decided to take my first contract here, and then I was targeting the VWAP. anticipating we're gonna break it. Then for some reason, I look back at this trend line that we had created earlier on this morning that we touched around 7:02 and then 7:33. So I used extend this trend line and it correlated exactly where the ES was having some difficulties. And this was where I feel like I did my biggest mistake. I ended up just exiting out just because we had trend line and we had a VWAP. I didn't anticipate we are gonna break it and have a nice rally. At first, my key point was target supply, the 30-minute supply we had above. Yeah, even though it was invalidated, as in the morning we rallied through it like there was no supply there, but I was still gonna use it as a place where there's gonna be sellers. So after that, you see that it perfectly worked out to my favor. I know the contracts at the end of the at this point in time they were up like 30-40%. From here to where I exited, I only took a 12% gain, which is still decent, you know. But this I could have taken a 40-35% gainer. But you know, these things that you just have to learn and for the next upcoming trades, I always have in mind, you know. So what I learned from this was that keep a plan, you know. You don't have to get out yet because I feel like emotions got to me once I saw this trend line and then this VWAP. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out just because I want to lock in profits. I don't want to like give away. Even though technically I could have waited a little more and there was no difficulties of breaking this VWAP. And we watch a 5 minute, there is no confirmation for me why to get out. So let me just make this a little bigger. So if we watch a 5 minute, there was no reason for me to get out. You know, it was all straight up green candles. There was not even a single red one. So yeah. At first, when I got in around 8:02, my stop loss was gonna be below the 4 hour. Is because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a quick stop loss because it looked like there was sellers were aggressive, and I was like, I'm not gonna risk. So I got in here and I was gonna risk the low of the low, waiting for a close below the 4 hour, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out, but we never really got that. So there was no reason for me to get out. So I just want to wrap it out here. And this was actually a very beautiful play. At the end of the day, I believe the contras were up almost like 100% because we did rally almost to all-time highs, but it was like a slow grind, you know. And then around this, around after 9, we chopped for like a 5 point range, I would say. Yeah, yeah, around like a 7 point range, you know, for like almost 3 hours until the end of the day. So there was no trade here. The trade was in the morning from like around 7, when everybody thought the market was going to continue dumping. It actually didn't because we had demand. You know, like the imbalances worked perfectly. So yeah, I want to end it here. So hopefully you guys learned something from this trade recap, and hope you have a great rest of your week. And remember, tomorrow's Friday. You know, we gotta keep our profits. Don't get greedy, and especially control your emotions. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and hope you have a great Friday tomorrow.